In a small town, there lived a boy named Luis. Luis was a young boy in his teenage years. He loved to read and write and he always wanted a challenge. Luis lived with his mom and sister and he always wanted to prove that he was grown and an adult, but his mom never really gave him the chance, saying that he wasn't grown enough. One day, as Luis was about to have his breakfast, his mom came up to him and told him that her father, which is Luis's grandfather, was sick and he needed someone to take care of him. Unfortunately, she couldn't do that because she had to go to work and take his sister to daycare. So she asked Luis if he could go and take care of his grandfather at his house. Luis accepted this offer and his mom said that she trusted him with this task and if anything went wrong, he should give her a call. She gave him some instructions and then left the house. Luis was so excited. He rushed to his room to grab his phone and call his friend. He told him all about it and how his mom had trusted him with such large responsibility. His friend then pointed out that this was a huge task and with great power comes great responsibility. He advised Luis to not lose his way and focus on what was at hand. And his main focus was getting to his grandpa's house. Realizing he was running late, Luis ran outside. He remembered his mom telling him to take the subway, so that was where he was heading. Luis ran quite a distance until he realized his was going the wrong way. So he changed directions and finally found his way to the subway station just in time. He got into the subway cart and thought about the close call. If he missed the train, he would have not been able to get to his grandpa's house. Luis suddenly got a call from his mom who asked how things were going. He told her things were well, but he didn't mention anything about almost missing the train. She then wished him well and then Luis sat down feeling relaxed. He felt like he had proved to his mom that he was capable and responsible and was happy with himself, thinking, what could go wrong? Luis suddenly remembered that his mom told him to take train 5 and when he checked, he was in train 3. Luis screamed and came off on the next stop thinking of what to do. He then left the tunnel and went to the main road to try and identify where he was. He also tried to find and ask someone where he was, but so far he didn't see anyone. He also thought of calling his mom, but then she would think he wasn't responsible, so he didn't. Luis then found seats in an open lounge and sat there thinking of what to do. Until suddenly a man came up to him and asked him if everything was all right. Luis then opened up to him and told him everything that had happened and asked him what he should do. The man then told him about his own sort of similar experience where he took the wrong bus to work and how he had to run there to not be late. That story kind of cheered Luis up. The man then asked Luis where he was headed and when Luis told him, the man gave him the right directions to where he was headed. It was quite far, but Luis could make it there faster if he ran. Luis was so happy. He thanked the man who introduced himself as David and ran the directions he showed. Luis, after maybe an hour and a half, Luis arrived at his grandpa's house. He went inside and was beyond shocked to see his mom there. He asked what she was doing there and she explained that after she picked up his sister from daycare, she came to check up on how things were doing, but when she arrived Grandpa was there alone. Luis then explained to her everything that happened and she then told him that she gets it, that he is still young and he shouldn't feel like a grown adult. That time will come, but for now he needs to work on the basics of young adulthood. Luis then smiled and that day, he learned an important lesson, which was to always pay attention and not let excitement over things disrupt your concentration. He also learned that you should grow at your own pace and not because everyone's time will come at some point. Thank you for watching and please remember to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.